Hello everybody, it's Gary Stuckey here. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. I did a video about Journey yesterday, had to do one about Steve today. I stirred up a little bit, when you say Steve Perry and Journey in the same sentence, some people get bent out of shape, I understand. Hey, but I'm here for you. Regardless of what you believe, you I'm here for you. Leave comments, have fun, have discussions, that's what it's all about, you know. But you bring up Journey, you bring up the idea of Steve Perry, and I've done videos on it a bunch of times. Some people say it gets old, talking about this and that and the other. But the main thing, though, about Steve, we're going to talk about Steve today, is where are you, Steve? It's been a while. He's shown up here and there online, I think he had some merchandise he was talking about the last time we heard from him, which is a good thing, when he's got merchandise. He's getting ready for something, usually, right? So what's he getting ready for? Is he getting ready for new music? He talked about that not too long ago. He said he's got a bunch of music that he needs to release. He's got a ton that he needs to do something with. He gets up every morning and he goes into his studio, his home studio, I think about 9 o'clock or so, and he gets through about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Has a full day, and he does it all the time. He's got tons of music he's working on, right? Maybe you already knew that, you know. But I want to go back and talk about some things maybe I've talked about before, but kind of something I've been thinking about is Steve. He was big into, I guess he still is, into Joseph Campbell, and you can look up about him, but he teaches this thing talking about a hero's journey. And it's kind of cool that the name Journey is involved in this teaching that Steve, says he was reading about. So there's journey in there, and there's like so many steps of this hero's journey, right? And I thought it was really cool that he starts off, you leave home, it's called the departure. I thought that was very interesting. And there's like a mentor that helps you, and I'm thinking that's Herbie Herbert. I think I've talked about this before. It's just very interesting. But I think he was talking about in one interview, I believe it was in Chicago. I want to say it was WGN or something like that. But he was talking about, I think the guy asked him now, got to bring up that ugly J word again. He asked him would he ever, record or play with Journey again. And he didn't say no, and he said, we'll see what happens as he ventures out into the abyss. And according to the hero's journey, the abyss is one of the stages that the hero goes out into the world, and goes through different things. You have to look that up. Look up the hero's journey. Anyway, he goes out into the world, and then there's this time of trial or something like that, but then there's the abyss. So, I don't know Steve Perry's mind, but this is kind of telling me if he's following this pattern, if this is part of his thinking process, if this is his pattern, there's some things going on that maybe we could kind of tell what's going on. But the cool thing about that is toward the end, it says that there's a thing called the return, right? The return. I don't know. But just thought you might find that very interesting. Steve said in an interview in December, he said he's not getting any younger. He says, now where I'm going now, I can't tell you. I have more music to finish than I probably have time to do so. I'm excited about it, and I feel an urgency to get this next phase of what's showing up now, which I did not know was going to show up. But it's showing up now. It's showing up because of where we are in the world. So I ask you, people, you tell me, what do you think is showing up because of what is going on in the world? Inquiring minds want to know. You let me know. Okay, so we all know what's been going on in the world for the past year or so. That pandemic has caused a lot of people to be isolated and separated. Things aren't the norm. Things are done differently. So if he's saying, it sounds like he's having a change of heart about things considering what's going on in the world, right? So he's going to this next phase. But you know, you think about things, you think about how life is short. You know, is this the ultimate truth? Is this what is going on? I can't read his mind, but from my understanding, that's what's going on in his mind. You know, he's his own man. Hey, if Steve does music solo the rest of his life, that's cool with me because I love his music. It's all good with me. Just like with Journey, love their music. They can do their own thing. Steve can do his own thing. I'll be happy. I'm not going to get bent out of shape if anybody mentions Steve and Journey in the same breath. But I appreciate both. They're both talented, uh, musicians and a band, the band and Steve. So there you go. I mean, what does the future hold? He says he's got some music lined up and a bunch of it. And I'm thinking he's going to release it. Maybe some duets. Maybe that's what's on his mind. Maybe he's got some other thing. Maybe he's going to be a rap star. He has it. It's something that just came into his mind. Who knows, right? Hey, I'll let you know when I hear something. Until next time, everybody, whatever you do, don't stop believing. God bless you.